Okay, audio's on. Okay. Meeting is now streaming. Good morning, everyone. Hi, my name is John Murray. I'm the city controller for the city of Scranton. I'm here today in city council chambers, and we're going to read some bids off for a sidewalk installation in the city, a CDBG bid. I am here in council chambers with the Deputy Controller Mary Lynn Carey, as well as my assistant Kim Giorgetti and Julie Reed from our purchasing department. So let me go ahead and share the screen. And there's sidewalk improvements, CDBG. And there we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bids. I will now unseal the bids. The bids are unsealed, and I will turn it over to Mrs. Reed, and she can begin the reading of the bids. Thank you, Julie. Take it away.
Our first bidder is American Asphalt Paving Company. The ITB content is there, cost and price.
It's not a,
I don't even know what that is.
let me see. Let's see what we can do here. We got a little problem with this submission. That is.
Oh, there's more pages to it.
Where are they?
Yeah, they're there. They're just underneath.
Let's see.
I hit the wrong thing.
It's okay. It's the back button. Okay, hit this one. Twice, 3 times. Okay. And then roll that up. Try
It's like the
X out of this. And then go to the third.
okay.
Make it a little bigger if you might. Just roll the thing up. The other way.
Okay. Base bid number 1 is $165,398. Sorry, like this.
Yeah.
Stand up. American Asphalt Paving Company has been in construction business since 1951. They are registered. You have a bid bond? The affidavits, the affirmative action is there. The non-segregated is there. And the non-collusion is also there. It's this.
Screen sharing stopped. Okay. Go back here and see what happened. Sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. Okay. Where were you?
Okay, the non-collusion. Is signed.
Just be careful you don't hit that stop share again. That's what.
The disclosure form is also signed. The insurance coverage, American Asphalt Paving Company will carry the types and amounts of insurance listed and will name the city of Scranton as an additional insured. All insurance coverages will be kept effective during the contract period. American Asphalt Paving Company is not currently in any violation of any regulatory rules or regulations that may impact our operations. And American Asphalt Company is not involved in any current litigation against the city of Scranton. And there is in its certificate of insurance. That should have right here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Specs on sister certificate.
Their certification against lobbying is also signed. Neither the respondent nor any of its officers, partners, owners, agents, representatives, employees, or parties in interest, including the supplying, has been convicted or found liable of any act prohibited by federal or state law in jurisdiction involved in any jurisdiction involving conspiracy or collusion with respect to bidding on any public contract within the last 3 years. And then inclusion is signed again. Okay, Washburn Street and Edwards Court section. The total is $32,242, or what is that? $37,242. Washburn Street and 10th Street intersection is $62,224. Jackson Street and Lincoln Avenue intersection is $43,297. The next bidder is Don Scartelli Construction Services and General Contractors Incorporated. The ITB content is there. The cost and price. The cost and price is $235,956.40. Don Scartelli of Don Scartelli Construction Services and General Contractors Incorporated has over 47 years of experience performing the services listed under the scope of services. They are registered. They do have a bid bond. The affirmative action is there. The non-segregated is there. The non-collusion is signed. The disclosure form is also signed. The insurance coverage, Don Scartelli Construction Services and General Contractors Incorporated will carry the types and amounts of insurance listed, naming the city of Scranton as an additional insured. All insurance coverages will be kept effective during the contract period. Prospective respondent, Don Scartelli Construction Services and General Contractors Incorporated, has been named as a defendant in a lawsuit filed by the city of Scranton, in which the city of Scranton sought in which the city of Scranton sought judicial intervention to rescind a public works contract for general construction work in the Sorrento building. The city's claim for rescission has been dismissed by the city and has not otherwise withdrawn its lawsuit. Because the city of Scranton has failed or otherwise refused to issue a notice to proceed for the work subject to that contract, respondent Don Scartelli Construction Services and General Contractors Incorporated has asserted an equitable claim for specific performance and that a notice to proceed be issued by the city of Scranton. Prospective respondent Don Scartelli Construction Services and General Contractors Incorporated has been named as a defendant in a lawsuit filed by the city of Scranton. This is just saying the same thing. It was for the statement versus prospective respondent is not involved in any current litigation against the city. It's just basically saying the same thing. The certificate of insurance is there. And the certification regarding lobbying is also signed. Neither the respondent nor any of its officers, partners, owners, agents, representatives, employees, or parties in interest, including the Saffian, has been convicted or found liable for any act prohibited by federal or state law in any jurisdiction involving conspiracy or collusion with respect to bidding on any public contract in the last 3 years. For Washburn Street and Edwards Court section, their total is $64,318. For Washburn Street and 10th Street intersection, the total is $89,180. Jackson Street and Lincoln Avenue intersection is $63,570.40. The next bidder is M&J Excavation Incorporated. The ITB content is there. The cost and price. Okay, the total is $147,560. Years of experience, they have 20 years. They are registered. They do have a bid bond. Yeah, the affidavits, the affirmative action is there. The non-segregated is there. Okay, the non-collusion is signed. The disclosure form is also signed. For the insurance, the city requires the successful. Just says see attached. They have a certificate of insurance. Their certification regarding lobbying has been signed. Neither the respondent nor any of its officers, partners, owners, agents, or representatives, employees, or parties in interest, including the Saffian, has been convicted or found liable for any act prohibited by federal or state law in any jurisdiction involving conspiracy or collusion with respect to bidding on any public contract within the last 3 years. Okay, more disclosures. Washburn Street and Edwards Court section. The total is $37,360. Washburn Street and 10th Street intersection is $52,080. The Jackson Street and Lincoln Avenue intersection is $36,260. Okay, our last bidder is Multiscape Incorporated. The ITB content is there. The cost and price. Okay, for Washburn Street and Edwards Court section, the total is $63,325. For Washburn Street and 10th Street intersection, it's $111,911. For Jackson Street and Lincoln Avenue intersection, it is $83,407 with a total of base bid one is $258,643. They have 24 years experience. They are registered. They have a bid bond. The affidavit, the affirmative action is signed. Non-segregated is signed. The non-collusion is also signed. And the disclosures by respondent is also signed. Okay, for their insurance, a job specific certificate of insurance with all required coverages will be submitted with the contract and bonds should we be awarded this project. Multiscape Incorporated is not in any violation of any regulatory rules or regulations, and they are not in any litigation against the City of Scranton. And they do have a certificate of insurance. The certification regarding lobbying is signed. Neither the respondent nor any of its officers, partners, owners, agents, representatives, or employees, or parties in interest, including the Safina, has been convicted or found liable for any act prohibited by federal and state law in any jurisdiction involving conspiracy or collusion with respect to bidding on any public contract in the last 3 years. That's the first one. That's it.
That it? Okay, Julie, thank you. That concludes the opening and reading of the bids. Stop the screen share. These bids will be reviewed by the respective departments, and when the determination is made on who the winner is, they will be notified by the City of Scranton.